In today's video on When Stoic, we'll explore the 5 crucial things you should never reveal to any woman if you want to maintain your strength and stay true to yourself. These lessons aren't only about guarding your emotions. They are about cultivating resilience and self-respect. What's the most significant lesson you've learned in relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's dive in. One of the primary and most significant Stoic teachings in relationships is not letting physical attraction blind you to someone's true nature. While it's natural to be drawn to a beautiful smile or captivating eyes, after all, we're wired to appreciate beauty. The real danger lies in becoming blinded by it. A wise man understands that beauty, though pleasing to the eye, is fleeting and superficial. The world often deceives us with glamorous appearances, but any experienced man knows that a lovely face doesn't necessarily indicate a kind or caring heart. Outer beauty can be compared to a book with an alluring cover, but if the pages are empty, there's no substance. Stoicism teaches us to look beyond appearances and seek the essence of both things and people. So, before you get swept away by someone's looks, pause and ask yourself, who are they really? What lies behind that exterior? Because while beauty may capture your attention, it's character that will keep you grounded. And here's the hard truth. Sometimes, a beautiful exterior can conceal a cold or cruel heart. If all you see is physical attractiveness, but their actions reveal selfishness or indifference, it's time to walk away. You're worth far more than a shallow connection. As a high-value man, you deserve someone whose character shines as brightly as their appearance. This principle, rooted in Stoicism, reminds us to value what truly lasts. In a world where beauty fades, a good heart endures forever. In modern life, especially with social media constantly bombarding us with images of perfection, it's easy to get caught up in the superficial. We often forget that behind every filtered photo is a person with flaws, insecurities, and real emotions. As you navigate relationships, it's crucial to remember that pursuing beauty alone will never lead to lasting fulfillment. A Stoic man doesn't seek temporary pleasures, but values wisdom and genuine connection. In your interactions with women, the same principle applies. If you catch yourself becoming overly fixated on appearance, remind yourself of Marcus Aurelius's teaching. The soul takes on the color of its thoughts. Shift your attention to what truly matters: genuineness, loyalty, and emotional depth. By prioritizing these attributes, you're not only practicing Stoic wisdom, but also fostering relationships that endure the test of time. So, next time you're drawn in by someone's physical appearance, pause and reflect. Ask yourself whether their inner character aligns with the beauty you're perceiving. Ultimately, you want to be with someone who will grow alongside you, someone who uplifts and supports you, not merely someone who looks good standing next to you. This is what it means to be a high-value man with an understanding of Stoicism, to look beyond superficialities and see the genuine worth in people. Comment "I agree" if this resonates with you, or "I disagree" if you have a different perspective. In today's fast-paced world where instant gratification dominates, we often forget that love is not something to be given away lightly. Stoicism teaches the importance of self-restraint and discernment, particularly in relationships. When you meet someone, it's natural to feel excitement, even a quick connection. But here's the truth. Rushing to open your heart and give away all your love too quickly isn't a sign of strength. It's a vulnerability that may not serve you well. Love is valuable. It's not to be given away carelessly. This doesn't mean you should be cold or distant. It simply means safeguarding your emotional investment. If you give away your love too soon, you risk being taken for granted, leaving yourself open to those who see your affection as a means for manipulation or a quick ego boost. Consider this. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you opened up too quickly, shared your deepest feelings, only to watch them be taken for granted or, worse, used against you? It's painful, right? That's because love is something to be earned, not handed out freely. By offering all of yourself too soon, you send the message that your love is easily attained, which can lead some people to value it less. It's like giving away something priceless that took you years to build. People may appreciate it momentarily, but because they didn't earn it, they may discard it without a second thought. Now, imagine a scenario that plays out all too often in today's dating culture. You meet someone, and everything seems perfect. You text constantly, share your feelings openly, and before you know it, you're head over heels. Then, suddenly they pull away. They stop responding as much or seem less interested. What went wrong? You gave too much too soon. They didn't have to earn your love. You just handed it over. And because it came so easily, they didn't appreciate it the way they should have. This isn't about just shielding yourself from pain. It's about recognizing your own worth. High-value men understand this. They know that their love is a rare gift, something to be cherished. They don't rush to give it away to anyone who shows interest. They observe, they take their time, and they ensure that the person they're investing in is worthy of that emotional investment. Ask yourself, how can you approach love in a way that honors both your emotions and your self-worth? How can you ensure you're not just giving away a part of yourself to someone who won't appreciate or respect it? These are critical questions, not just for romantic relationships, but for all relationships in life. Stoicism teaches us that we have control over our reactions and emotions, and that includes the way we give love. When you maintain emotional balance and don't give away your love too quickly, you give the other person the chance to show that they are deserving of what you have to offer. The lesson is simple but profound. Love should be a two-way street. If someone truly values you, they will work to earn your affection, just as you should for them. Don't rush to give your heart away. Instead, take your time, observe, and let things develop naturally. In doing so, you not only protect yourself, but also create space for a deeper, more meaningful connection based on mutual respect and admiration. You deserve someone who will treasure your love, not someone who will take it for granted. So hold on to your heart until you find that person. In the end, Stoic happiness comes not from rushing into love, but from making deliberate, thoughtful choices that align with your true worth. If you find these insights valuable, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue exploring the profound impact of Stoicism together. Listen carefully, as this is key if you want to embody the essence of a high-value man, someone who navigates life with a Stoic mindset. Just as those who live by the principles of Stoicism never, and I mean never, sacrifice your own happiness simply to please someone else, especially when you're giving everything and receiving nothing in return. Imagine this. You're constantly going out of your way, bending over backward to make someone happy. But what do you get in return? Perhaps a fleeting moment of appreciation, or worse, nothing at all, just disrespect and disregard. How often do we compromise who we are, hoping to gain someone else's approval, only to end up feeling empty inside? And for what? There's a famous quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Think about that for a moment. Are you consenting to let someone take advantage of your kindness and effort without reciprocation? When we give too much, people may start taking us for granted. They don't see us as valuable because everything comes too easily. It's like giving them the keys to a kingdom they didn't earn. Why would they value it if they didn't have to work for it? This isn't a balanced relationship. It's exploitation, plain and simple. And you, my friend, are not a doormat. You're not here to be stepped on or used. You're worth far more than that. The moment you find yourself compromising your well-being and peace of mind just to keep someone else comfortable, that's the moment to stop and reflect. Ask yourself, am I losing myself just to keep this person around? Is this person truly worth sacrificing my happiness for? Relationships are meant to be partnerships where both individuals grow together, support one another, and share the effort equally. You shouldn't be the only one carrying the load. If they expect you to be the only one making sacrifices, the only one bending to their will, then it's time to realize they don't deserve you. Your happiness matters. Don't throw it away for someone who doesn't value it. As the philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. In relationships, it's easy to get caught up in praise, promises, or charm. However, the Stoic truth is simple. Words are inexpensive. What genuinely matters are actions, the deeds that support those words. Someone might promise you the world, tell you everything you want to hear, and create an ideal narrative. But when it's time to act, they may vanish or fail to meet the expectations they've set. This is a trap many fall into. As Epicurus wisely said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Actions reveal character, not words. You may hear sweet talk about loyalty, affection, or grand future plans, but if those words aren't matched by consistent behavior, they're meaningless. It's tempting to believe what someone says. After all, we all crave validation and reassurance. But as a high-value individual, you must understand that the true test of someone's intent isn't in their declarations but in their follow-through. If someone claims to care for you but consistently fails to show up when needed, their words are just empty noise. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded by promises, whether in relationships, business, or friendships. Too often, we place too much faith in what people say instead of paying attention to their actions. This doesn't mean you should be cynical, but discerning. High-value individuals aren't deceived by mere words. They observe actions and base decisions on those. If someone's behavior doesn't align with their promises, it's a red flag that shouldn't be overlooked. This lesson applies to all areas of life, trust, business, or love, where actions always speak louder than words. Don't settle for someone who sweet-talks you only to disappear when it matters most. You deserve someone who not only expresses their care, but demonstrates it consistently. It's easy for someone to tell you what you want to hear, but if they can't back it up with consistent effort and reliability, it's time to reevaluate that dynamic. A Stoic approach to relationships involves focusing on reality rather than being swayed by charming words or grand promises. As a high-value person, remain grounded in your standards, ensuring that those who come into your life add genuine value, not illusions. In conclusion, words are easy, but actions are the true test of intent. The Stoics taught us to evaluate people by their deeds, not their speech. If you want to live a fulfilling life with genuine relationships, practice this Stoic lesson. Don't be misled by sweet words, and always seek the truth behind them. Real power and value lie in what people do, not what they say. Stay sharp, remain discerning, and remember that you're worthy of more than empty promises. Too often, in the early stages of knowing someone, the temptation to share personal struggles can feel overwhelming. However, before exposing your deepest emotions, consider whether the person truly deserves to hear your story. Early vulnerability, while it might seem like a fast track to building closeness, can sometimes backfire. Not everyone you meet will have the maturity or empathy to handle your past with care. High-value individuals understand that trust is earned over time, not freely given to anyone who shows interest. There's power in patience. Take the time to gauge the character of the person you're opening up to. Are they supportive, trustworthy, and capable of standing by you when things get difficult? Your past is part of your story, but it's not something to share casually. It belongs to you, and you control when and how to share it. Protect your past and only share it with those who have proven they deserve it. This isn't about hiding who you are. It's about valuing yourself enough to recognize that your hardships aren't for casual consumption. Instead of rushing to reveal your scars, take the time to ensure the person you're with will stand by you no matter what. At the end of the day, being a high-value individual means being selective about who gets to know the depths of your story. In Stoicism, happiness and peace come from within, not from seeking approval through oversharing. In a society where people frequently fall short of their promises, being the individual who follows through on his word makes you unique and invaluable. This dependability fosters a sense of assurance, allowing the relationship to grow and thrive over time. When she knows she can trust you, she's more inclined to open up, share her deepest thoughts, and establish a connection that endures. Trust is the link between two souls, and by becoming someone she can depend on, you're not just building that link, but strengthening it with each sincere action and every kept promise. By embracing these principles of Stoicism and reflecting on what Stoicism means, you set out on a path not only to win her affection, but to transform into a man deserving of her commitment above all others. So, resolve today to be steadfastly dependable, always honest, and consistently thoughtful. This is how you create a lasting foundation of trust, one that will make her view you as the partner she envisions building a future with, someone she chooses, not just now, but every day going forward. Attraction is a complex puzzle, far beyond mere physical allure or superficial charm. While confidence and strength may initially capture her attention, what truly makes her stay is a profound sense of safety and stability. In today's practice of Stoicism, it's about embodying values that provide a solid foundation. Ask yourself, how do you make her feel? If you come across as overly aggressive or insincere, she'll instinctively distance herself. However, when you exude calmness and respect, backed by consistent and reliable actions, you pave the way for something deeper. It's about demonstrating, not just claiming, that you're a man of integrity. Being a safe place means more than just avoiding negative behaviors. It means actively creating an environment where she feels understood and appreciated. Use humor thoughtfully to lift her spirits without crossing boundaries. Respect is not just a term, but a practice. Respecting her space, her choices, and her emotions. This means no manipulation, no mixed signals, just clear and honest communication. Face life's challenges with emotional maturity. Life is full of unexpected trials, and how you manage them reveals much about your character. Remember, Stoic contentment is about maintaining balance and resilience, even in hardship. When a woman feels she doesn't need to question her safety with you, either physically or emotionally, she will naturally gravitate towards you, opening up in ways she wouldn't with just anyone. Let me share a story to illustrate this point. Picture a man named Michael, a high-powered executive, strong, confident, with all the outward signs of success. Yet his relationships consistently failed. Why? Because he often expressed his insecurities by being overly controlling. Michael encountered Sarah, a woman who prioritized emotional security above all. Instead of hurrying things, he opted to approach their relationship differently. He was patient, listened carefully, respected her pace, and ensured she always felt at ease. Michael adopted the teachings of Stoic contentment. He remained consistent, composed, and authentic. Over time, Sarah found in him a sense of steadiness she hadn't felt before. She chose him over others, not because he was the loudest or most captivating in the room, but because he made her feel secure and appreciated. With him, she felt comfortable being her genuine self. Isn't that what we all seek in our connections? Someone who embraces us without pretense or pressure. So, how can you apply this in your own life? Reflect on the traits you value in others. Do these align with how you present yourself to someone you care about? Are you creating a space where she feels comfortable expressing herself without judgment or fear? Remember, in the practice of Stoicism, every action should stem from virtue and self-awareness. A relationship grounded in these principles is one that lasts. When you become her sanctuary, you're not merely winning her affection. You're earning her trust, respect, and love. Love is the foundation of any relationship worth having. What steps can you take today to be the person she feels secure with, both in her heart and in her mind? Ponder this, because genuine connection arises from a space of true safety and emotional openness. The takeaway here is clear. To win her heart over others, be the man who makes her feel safe, respected, and profoundly understood. To truly stand out and make her choose you over other men, it's essential to embody a level of confidence that conveys you are already sought after. This is what differentiates high-value men who adopt the Stoic mindset. Many men fall into the trap of thinking that showy gestures or grand declarations of love will win her over, often influenced by the unrealistic portrayals of romance in films. However, genuine attraction doesn't come from desperation or the need to prove yourself to her. Instead, it arises from a deep sense of self-assurance and a calm, composed demeanor that reflects your satisfaction with who you are and your belief in your own value. This isn't about arrogance or seeming disinterested. It's about carrying yourself with quiet confidence that signals you're not desperate for attention or approval. Think of the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. This underscores the importance of maintaining your cool and not letting the need for validation drive your actions. When you project the energy that you are content in your own company and fulfilled with your life, you naturally become more appealing to those around you. It's about being so secure in yourself that you don't need to chase or persuade anyone to like you. Instead, your confidence becomes a magnet, attracting genuine and mutual interest toward you. This is a powerful demonstration of the Stoic philosophy, staying centered, composed, and confident regardless of external circumstances. Ask yourself, what does it mean to truly value yourself and your own company? How does this alter the way you interact with others, especially in romantic settings? When you stop focusing on winning her over and start focusing on being the best version of yourself, you will naturally exude a charm that others find irresistible. So, how can you cultivate this level of self-assurance? It starts with adopting a Stoic mindset, one rooted in self-awareness and personal growth. By doing so, you'll not only make her choose you over others, but also position yourself as a high-value man who commands respect and admiration. If you find these insights valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue exploring the profound impact of Stoicism together. To make her choose you over others, you must first embody the mindset of a high-value man, someone who recognizes his worth and isn't afraid to let it shine. The first key to achieving this is to let her pursue you, but not in a manipulative or deceptive way. Consider yourself the prize, a concept rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern relationship dynamics. When you're overly eager to jump into a relationship, it often signals desperation, a trait that can be quite unattractive. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts," and this applies perfectly here. By maintaining your sense of worth, you demonstrate that your value isn't contingent on any one person's approval. This approach isn't about playing games. It's about being genuine in your intentions while ensuring you don't undervalue yourself in the process. Show her that you have options, that your life is rich and full with or without a romantic partner. This doesn't mean you should be aloof or distant. Instead, It means being mindful of your own needs and desires, making sure you're ready to commit only when the connection feels authentic and mutually rewarding. When a woman feels that she must earn your attention and affection, the relationship becomes more significant because she views your commitment as something special, something valuable, that it's like a rare jewel. If everyone had it, it wouldn't hold the same worth. By giving her the room to pursue you a little, you create a dynamic that is both thrilling and deeply gratifying. However, this isn't about manipulation, but about being truthful, self-aware, and authentic. It's about fostering a relationship where both individuals feel they have earned something invaluable. When you approach life with this mindset, you naturally become more appealing because you're demonstrating an understanding of your own worth, an essential Stoic life lesson that men must embrace. Relating this to modern experiences, think about how we approach our careers or passions. We don't give ourselves away freely. Instead, we build skills, invest our time, and create value. Why should a relationship be any different? A high-value man recognizes that his time and emotional commitment are just as important as hers. This outlook establishes a healthy balance and makes her view you as a partner worthy of choosing above others. This doesn't mean you should be distant or detached. On the contrary, it's about being fully present in the moments you share, showing genuine interest without coming across as needy or reliant. Remember, a meaningful relationship is not a race but a shared journey, one where both partners feel excited to continue exploring together. So, take a step back and reflect on what you truly desire. Show her that you are a man who understands what really matters. In doing so, you'll find that not only does she pursue you, but she also respects and values you in a way that strengthens your bond and makes it more enduring. This is the essence of Stoic life lessons about attraction, the importance of understanding your own worth. In the quest to win someone's heart, it's easy to become consumed with making them happy, sometimes to the point of losing yourself. But here's the truth. The more you shape your life around someone else, the less valuable you become in their eyes. Consider this. She's not seeking someone who merely exists for her. She craves a partner who lives with passion and purpose, someone who brings excitement into daily life and whose existence is already rich with meaning. Imagine two scenarios. One man waits by the phone all day, hoping for a call, while the other is out exploring life, climbing mountains, learning new skills, or indulging in his favorite hobbies. Who do you think she'll find more attractive? It's not about playing hard to get or being unavailable. It's about being genuinely invested in your own life. Consider a modern example. Imagine a man named Alex who, after a breakup, channels his energy into something he's always wanted to do: learn to surf. Rather than wallowing in sorrow or waiting for his ex to reconsider, Alex takes surfing lessons. In the process, he not only discovers a new passion, but also meets new people, learns resilience, and finds joy in mastering a new skill. This newfound zest for life makes Alex more appealing, not just to his ex, who sees him thriving, but to everyone around him. What can we learn from Alex's story? The key takeaway is that true attractiveness isn't about how much you're willing to give up for someone, but how much you're willing to grow for yourself. This personal growth is the core of Stoic happiness, a sense of contentment that comes from within, not from external validation. In today's world, where emotional resilience and self-sufficiency are not just desired but necessary, this Stoic principle is more relevant than ever. So, ask yourself, are you living a life that excites you? Are you pursuing your passions, dreams, and goals? Or are you simply waiting for someone to choose you? The truth is, when you live fully and authentically, you not only become more attractive to others, but also experience a deeper, more fulfilling kind of happiness. one rooted in your own growth and self-discovery. So take this as your call to action. Invest in yourself. Chase what makes your heart race, and build a life so full of vibrancy that whether she chooses you or not, you remain a high-value man, content, fulfilled, and always moving forward. Remember, life isn't about waiting for the right moment or the right person. It's about creating a journey that's worth every second of your time. And if this message resonates with you, drop a comment below or simply type "be hard to get" to let us know your thoughts. Your feedback fuels us to bring more insights into the Stoic mindset. Have you ever felt that surge of emotion when you're intensely drawn to someone? It's powerful, isn't it? But here's the catch. If you let that emotion spiral into obsession or neediness, it could drive her away. Imagine depending on a woman for your happiness. It makes you appear desperate, like a child seeking approval. As Epictetus once said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Reflect on this. How can you become more self-reliant in your emotional well-being? What steps can you take today to nurture an abundant mindset? When you cultivate joy independently, without clinging to external sources for validation, you not only earn her attention, but also her admiration. It's this self-assured, stoic approach that truly defines a high-value man. A man who embodies the principles of Stoicism, living with purpose, clarity, and inner peace. When it comes to establishing a meaningful connection, one of the most counterintuitive yet impactful approaches is offering her some distance. This may seem opposite to your instincts, particularly in a society where constant communication is often confused with care and interest. However, taking a step back and allowing her space is a powerful gesture that can significantly shape her perception of you. When you're always present or frequently messaging her, it leaves little room for her to miss you or to reflect genuinely on her feelings towards you. By intentionally creating some space, you give her the opportunity to experience what life is like in your absence. This isn't about playing mind games or manipulating emotions. It's about allowing a natural space that can heighten her feelings and help her recognize your true value. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. By giving her room to enjoy the present moment, without feeling pressured or overwhelmed, you foster an environment where her emotions can grow and deepen in an authentic way. In today's fast-paced world, where everything is instant and accessible, patience and self-restraint have become rare virtues. This method of providing space is an exercise in both. It reflects a Stoic understanding that sometimes less is more. It's about respecting her individuality and the natural flow of relationships. Think about it. If you're always in her presence, there's little chance for her to wonder about you, to miss you, or to treasure the moments when you're together. By stepping back, you're not withdrawing affection, but displaying confidence in the bond you've built. You're allowing her to experience the ebb and flow of emotions, which are natural in any relationship, cultivating a deeper and more meaningful connection. This is a subtle yet profound way of demonstrating your value without uttering a single word. Moreover, this strategy aligns with the Stoic concept of self-control and wisdom. It's not about the absence of action, but the presence of intentional action. It's about understanding the importance of silence in a noisy world. By giving her space, you're allowing her the freedom to make a choice that is truly her own. When she chooses to be with you despite having the freedom to explore other options, it says a lot about the strength of your bond. Remember, the goal is not to be constantly present in her life, but to be unforgettable in the moments you share. By practicing this principle, you embody what it means to live with purpose, restraint, and confidence, core tenets of a Stoic lifestyle. In conclusion, Understanding how Stoicism applies to modern relationships can significantly enhance your approach to love and connection. This principle of giving space is not just a relationship tactic, but a life lesson in patience, respect, and the natural unfolding of emotions. So, embrace the wisdom of giving space, not as a strategy, but as a philosophy of life. By doing so, you not only help her see your value, but also cultivate a deeper and more lasting bond built on mutual respect and genuine affection. After all, as Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Let your thoughts be wise, measured, and focused on the long-term beauty of a balanced relationship, enriched by the timeless principles of Stoic philosophy. Share your thoughts or simply type Stoic happiness in the comments to let us know you're on this journey with us. Your insights are what keep this community thriving, and together we can continue exploring how Stoicism shapes our lives in meaningful ways. When you're trying to make her choose you over others, your true worth should be evident without excessive effort or show. Imagine being at a gathering where she seems drawn to someone else, or perhaps there's a guy in your group she leans toward. It may feel like you're on the losing end of this invisible tug of war. But remember, it's not about forcing someone to fall for you. It's about naturally improving your chances. Dating is much like a marketplace where women evaluate their options, considering qualities like confidence, empathy, and stability, just as someone might compare cars when deciding between an older model and a sleek, well-maintained vehicle. You need to understand your unique strengths and how they compare to others. You're not just in competition with those around you, but part of a larger dynamic where everyone seeks validation and attention. Recognize the competition, not with envy or bitterness, but with keen observation. Notice their weaknesses, understand their fears, and learn from their strengths. If you spot a gap or flaw in their approach, use it strategically, but never maliciously. Consider Jason, a software engineer in his mid-30s, who was at a work event where he noticed his longtime crush, Sarah, laughing with a colleague, Mark. Mark was charming, outgoing, and seemed to have an easy rapport with Sarah. Initially, Jason felt a wave of jealousy, believing he could never compete. But instead of fixating on what he lacked, Jason focused on his strengths. He was thoughtful, dependable, and financially stable. Rather than trying to outshine Mark with attention-seeking behavior, Jason chose a more subtle approach. He engaged Sarah in meaningful conversations, remembered the little things she mentioned, and provided genuine support when she encountered challenges at work. Over time, Sarah began to recognize the depth and consistency Jason brought to their interactions, contrasting sharply with Mark's surface-level charm. Jason didn't need to brag about his achievements or flaunt his financial stability. His actions naturally conveyed his value. His worth became evident, not because he tried to overshadow someone else, but because he allowed his true self to shine through.